Hi everybody.
Hi everybody, my name is Shelcy.
I'm Angelica.
And together we're
Two Random Girls. Today we're going to be talking about the new season of Love Island. I mean, this is the second week we're talking about. We're talking about episodes 8 till 14. So we basically finished last episode talking about the pie episode, I think. And then after that it was Jeremiah and Huda's date. Did she do anything crazy? Oh yeah.
So basically they went on that date and she was talking to him about like moving in and stuff. Which like how she Jeremiah asked her like how she saw like their life outside, and she was like, I eventually want to move in. He was like, oh really, da 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 da. But he told her, he was like, oh, like I would want us to like live apart for a while. Maybe we'll do long distance, or if we're still together, we'll see how it goes, and then like eventually maybe we could move in together. She went back and told the girls. So he told me that he want to move in together.
Yeah.
And the girls were like, oh my gosh, really?
He did.
He said that.
He said that. Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. And this was one of the first instances that I was like, what is she talking about?
Yeah.
She literally twisted that man's words. And this is why I believe that everyone keeps calling Jeremiah a love bomber, because she literally is making it seem like he's love bombing her. Like, what man would say, I want to move in with you after we leave here?
Yeah.
She didn't even say eventually. She just said he wants to move in together.
You're saying you believe he did love bomb her?
No, I'm saying like I understand why other people would think that he love bombed her based off the stuff that Huda was saying to them. Like,
like while Andrea thinks.
Yeah, because if a man that you just met like a week ago, a couple of days ago, told you, my friend, that he wants to move in with you, I'd be like,
he's crazy.
He's insane. So no wonder they think he's insane.
When actually the tea is she's the one. No, I'm kidding. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think she was love bombing. I think she just genuinely lost the plot.
I think everyone is like, love bombing is like a manipulation tactic. Yeah. And maybe it's done. I think it could be done on purpose or like not on purpose, but I think it's a word that people are just throwing out there often, and it's mostly used in relation to Jeremiah. Like, no one says Huda has love bombing Jeremiah. I don't even use the word love bombing. I don't believe it is like applies in this instance.
They keep saying that he love bombed her because he didn't kiss Yolissa in the first episode. Yeah. And they're like, oh, like everybody defending Huda is like, oh, like of course she's gonna act the way she did. This is how he act. Like, this is the expectations that he created on the first episode. But I just think, truly, back to the video from Love Island that we did, I said in that video, if I was Huda, I would have been happy that Jeremiah did that. And I stand by that. I would have been happy. But I wouldn't have thought, oh, well, this means we're coupled up. Mm-hmm. I would have just thought, oh, that was nice of him. But that girl's probably just not his type, or he just didn't want to kiss her. Like, I don't know. But I wouldn't have taken that and been like, oh, now I can't kiss anybody. And she didn't take it that way, because in other challenges, she was kissing other boys. And then he was like, he got mad when blah, blah, blah. He thought she kissed somebody else, blah, blah, blah. But I still don't think like yeah, like I think I could get annoyed if you kiss somebody else, or if somebody tried kissing you in a challenge. Like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna get annoyed, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, so are we closed off? Like, I don't know. I just don't think what he did should be caused. I mean, what he did should result in how she acted.
I think the way what those people are saying shows a lot about them and how maybe mentally unstable they are, because even the Islanders are saying it's been 2 weeks. So don't give me that BS saying, oh, time moves much faster in the villa. It does not excuse what's happening. If a man gives you attention, someone gives you attention, it's not a reason for you to, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so yeah, I'm like saying, it's like crazy that they're trying to say that Jeremiah did something. What did Jeremiah do? You would have thought that Jeremiah gave her diamonds, gave her a dog, said he's gonna get married with her tomorrow. Yeah, he did. What did he do besides give her attention, make her breakfast, and just not explore other options because he was exploring her? What did he do that made her think so? What what expectations did he set that were so high that they could not be met?
Yeah, and I just think like everyone's like, oh, you guys weren't exploring other connections, blah blah blah. You guys weren't exploring other connections. I think truly Jeremiah and Huda really went based off looks. They obviously had sex early on, you know, so I think they weren't even trying to explore connections because they were like, damn, if we got what we think is the baddest, like what each of them thought, like Jeremiah thought Huda was the baddest in the villa, and Huda thought Jeremiah was the baddest in the villa. Mm-hmm. Why were they gonna try to explore? You know,
that was one of the this was further down like a couple episodes later, but that's one of the notes that I wrote down. I said because it was after Huda went like crashed out, like we're getting ahead of ourselves, but she crashed out bad, right? It was after that, and Jeremiah was still trying to talk to her, and I said, is Jeremiah like is it? He's acting like everybody else in the villa is like ugly. I was like, is there like for you to stay with this girl because you like she's your type or whatever? You're so stuck on your type. The way you're so stuck on your type, you would think everybody else here is looking like, I don't know, Cruella de Vil.
I was gonna say Fiona.
Like she was acting like they were sloths or some shit up in there.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way just because like there's nobody else that's like textbook your type. It's not even what the show's about. Like people who get married to people who are not their type every single day. Like for you to stay in this toxic ass thing.
But I think it's because he also liked the toxicity. Like we can't say he's had to be freed. He wasn't gonna free himself until the point came to free himself, you know?
Yeah.
Like that man really, I think at the end of the day did like her. Like
he did like her. I won't lie.
I think he did like her. Like you could see it in his little eyes. He liked her. He would laugh when she would say the craziest things. Like that girl, like that man made her pancakes every day. She always had something to say. You think if I was him after the second day, I would have been like, girl, bye. You're not the last cookie in this villa.
I would have been so annoyed. Like he did nice things for her every single day, and she was like, oh, no protein. He brought her. She said she didn't say no. She didn't say thank you. She didn't say, oh baby. The first thing she said, she smiled and said no protein. And he was like, dang, like what the?
And I wish we could make a compilation of every time he brought her breakfast
and she said something.
It was it was minimum the time she said just thank you. Mm-hmm. I don't remember any of the time she just said thank you. I loved it. It's always and then I'm also getting ahead of myself, but I don't remember what episode this was, but when Taylor brought Huda breakfast after the Jeremiah crash out, and I don't know what Huda said, but she didn't say thank you, and the laundry was like,
oh hug my man.
Yeah,
she didn't say thank you. She said oh thank you, and then but Alondria was just like, oh hug him, give him a hug, but she was just trying to be like,
really cute. I thought Alondria said, oh say thank you, because I don't think she said thank you, honey.
No, she did.
Okay,
we could check it out later, but I swear she said thank you, and it was the hug, because I thought it was cute. I
thought, bro, because when I was on live, I was watching it and I was like, oh, good thing Alondria clocked her, because from what I remember, he brought the plate and she was like, oh my god, and then she was just saying, oh my god, okay, maybe she did say
thank you. It was the hug.
You better hug him.
She's like, yeah, girl. What? She was like, what? She was like, give him a hug, and she was like, oh, and then she hugged him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, never mind then. Oh, but this is when the fight of the pancakes happened, right?
Nah, the fight of the pancakes already. This is a way ahead. This is like the episode that happened 2 episodes ago. The one you were talking about. We didn't even get to when the Bombshells came in. She did the back bend.
Oh, and the pancake fight was after the Bombshells. That, yeah. Okay. So then the Bombshells came in during this like the challenge that we all saw. I'm not gonna lie, I did think during this challenge, I was like, oh my god, this season is very sexualized. Mm-hmm. I just felt like it was giving too much sex. Like,
oh my god, when Huda got on her knees and licked him, people said it was doing too much. I'm not gonna lie, it did something for me.
Really?
I was like, damn, she's hot. Yeah.
No, it was doing too much for me. I was like, ooh, girl.
I mean, obviously, like for public, but it was hot.
Yeah, I think it was hot. No, it was definitely hot. I think they were all really hot. Taylor unlinking himself from the cuffs.
You know, I just remembered the meme that's been going around of Austin.
Oh,
So basically, when Huda was doing that, right, Austin was standing directly across from Jeremiah, and he's just staring. And then Jeremiah looks up, and his smile fades.
Bro, the meme is like when you're like getting something, but your homeboy's just staring at you. And
it's that so was funny, bro.
That was so silly. But yeah, that episode was nice. I don't know. It was too much for me. I just didn't appreciate it. I'll be honest. Okay. But that's when the bombshells came in. Ooh, Pepe. I don't know, guys. I think Pepe is very, very cute. Very cute. Yeah. I think he's the cutest one in that villa. Okay. Him and Jeremiah and then Charlie. Like, those were my top 3. Okay. Ace, I think, is cute, but I think his evilness really ruins it for you. It ruins it for me. So, like, my top 3 are Jeremiah, Pepe, and Charlie. And oh my god, guys, if Carrington walks in tonight, oh my god, I'm sorry, Carrington will be my number 1. And
we'll see. I'm excited to see what happens tonight. I'm so excited.
Oh my god, me too.
But so during that challenge, the bombshells came in. They kissed everybody. The girls were making me so mad because the bombshell boys, they came in and kissed all the girls, right? And then when the bombshell girl came in, Iris came. She was kissing the boys. They suddenly got all sad and pouty and everything.
The double standard.
I was like, you guys are doing way too much. Y'all were just making out with them. Like, yeah. Oh my god.
Like, I don't even remember who was doing. For me, it was just Huda.
Huda did the most, but everybody was like, oh, they were all just like, you know, making like faces and
like, I don't know. For me, it was Huda, the back bang girl. Then she
said, "Bitch, you better stop right now."
And then when she stopped, she said, "Oh, okay," or something like that.
I'm like, girl, back bend, bro. That was insane.
That was embarrassing. Like, you just literally made out with 2 men.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a joke. What I thought when she did say that, I thought it was a joke. But then I opened up TikTok and I was talking to Angelica, and she was like, "That wasn't a joke. She was being serious," and everybody took it very serious and was mad at her.
But I think, like, I could see it being a joke.
You could see it, right?
I could see it, but I also think, like, unfortunately, she's not at the place to joke like that. Yeah. Because everybody thinks she's weird. Yeah. But maybe in this time, she was, like, thinking, well, nobody thinks I'm weird.
Like, I still don't think she thinks anybody thinks she's weird right now.
I think today they're gonna
tell her.
But yeah, so then after the bombshells came in, Hannah started acting funny.
Yeah, because she loved her some Pepe.
Ugh, girl.
It sounded weird. It sounded like I said Pepe.
Yeah, like, I don't know what you were saying. Pepe. She loves her some Pepe. Hannah loves her some Pepe. Sorry.
That's funny.
But yeah, like, Hannah, I'm not gonna lie, is trying to... Okay. I guess before we get into Hannah acting crazy, Ace trying to get with Iris.
Yeah, when I saw Ace was like, I was like, bro, here he go again. I was getting a little nervous for Shelly because he proved me wrong. I literally said last episode I didn't see him going crazy after every bombshell.
And then he goes crazy.
And then he starts talking about some love at first sight. I was like, when he asked her...
Sorry, that was disturbing.
When he asked her, does she believe in love at first sight? I said,
I've heard this before.
No, I said, what's happening here? I'm like, bro, you just met this girl. I was very confused. And he was like, oh, he really liked her and everything. He liked getting to know her. And then he made me mad because then he didn't bring Shelly breakfast. He brought Iris breakfast the next day, but he didn't bring Shelly any. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And then later on, they went on a date. The bombshells went on a date. And then he made a date for Shelly. And I was like, I thought that was weird. I was like, you didn't do that when Iris was there, but you waited till she was gone to do it.
I thought that too. And I also thought like, oh, so whenever there's no competition, that's when you pay attention to Shelly. Mm-hmm. Like, when Iris is not in the villa, that's when you pay attention to her. Like, okay. And then a lot of people on TikTok are clowning him, like, pancakes and ping pong, pancakes and hibachi. Or like, ping pong and hibachi. Like this man.
Oh, and I saw he was writing things down.
Yeah. And then they were like, this man think he being creative when he just adding ping pong and pancakes to everything. But I'm not gonna lie, like he is being creative.
There's not much he could do in there.
Yeah, like I can't lie, he is doing different things. He did the yoga, whatever, meditation. I'm not gonna take that away from him.
He's an activities guy.
Yeah,
he really brought up his TikTok stuff in there.
Yeah, and I would have liked that. I understand why Shelly likes that, but also like Shelly was like, oh, like she was just talking to Austin before she had a conversation with Ace, and she went to Ace like you could tell she was really happy, because I think in that moment she was gonna tell Ace like, oh, like Austin, yeah, like she got to tell him like, yeah, Austin is feeling a little, and then Ace was like, oh, but can I go first? And she was like, yeah, you go first. And that's when he was like, so I am gonna explore my connection with Iris, like we are talking nice, like da da da, how's that make you feel? And then her light left her eyes. That girl got so sad. And then she goes, oh, like obviously it doesn't make me feel good, blah blah blah. And I was just like you're still exploring your connection with Austin. You should have known he's like this if he picked Amaya over you. Like, I'm not gonna lie, at that point I would have been like, I'm good off of you. And especially when you brought her breakfast and not me. But I mean, they're together now.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. It's gonna be interesting today.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying though they're faking it.
People are just insane.
I sent you a video where he's saying happy be my Valentine's Day, Shelly.
Yeah, I still think people are being crazy. They're not faking it, and people are. What I'm seeing is people saying, okay, and I'm taking my scammers to them.
That's what I see. Yeah, I see that too.
So I thought that was weird on Ace's part. Also, Austin, he started making me mad too, because all he did each time he was with Shelly was complain. Like, oh, I'm tired of being in this love triangle, blah, blah, but Shelly also told him exactly what she wanted, and he still didn't do it. She told him, like, yeah, but I like spontaneous things. I like people who are, like, planning things. I like that quality time or whatever. And she's the one that was, like, trying to make it with him when she wanted to go, like, do the gym with him and stuff. And she was like, I like that. She's like, the meditation, that was really nice. We should do more of that. She even tried to give him ideas, and he still didn't
execute them.
He just kept on complaining each time. Oh, I don't want to be in it. I don't want to be
I think also, I'm not gonna lie though, I would have been like him, like, sure, but in the beginning he was 10 toes down for her, like he was chasing her, and I think he was just like, oh, but the guy that wasn't chasing you all of a sudden decides, oh, now I'm gonna chase you, so now you're like, I think he just knew, like, the vibe that he was seeing with her and Ace was very different from the vibe
he was getting from her.
Was getting from her. So, or her and Ace. So I think he was just like I'm not gonna lie, I would have also been complaining, been like, girl, just tell me the truth. Like, he kept giving her chances to tell her the truth, but she wasn't being honest with herself.
Maybe she actually, but she obviously believes that she likes him.
I think she just didn't want to be mean, honestly. And people kept saying in my comments that she was just playing the game and he was just a safe option. And I do agree. Like, I do think he was a safe option until Ace was ready.
Yeah.
I hope the bombshell comes in and she likes him. She kept saying that man is fine.
I'm like, bro, I need to see this man.
Like, bro.
And Huda said, you saw what Huda said? She said,
I hope I'm his type.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been thinking, I'm like, how can a bombshell, like, for me, if I was a man.
Oh, sorry.
she gonna find one way to bring Miguel into the conversation.
For real.
No, but I'm like, for me, if I was a man, I said as a man, like I'm a man right now. That's funny. If I was a man, and I was like a bombshell waiting to come in, and I was seeing that, I wouldn't want to go to for Huda. But I'm like, I know some men are crazy, and they're like, oh, I could tame the hurricane, or I'm ready to go into the eye of the hurricane.
But do they see the episodes?
Yeah. They do.
Yeah, no.
So for, like, personally, the way seeing she talked to Jeremiah and stuff like that.
After calling him the B word and stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't go for her.
I wouldn't go for her. I wouldn't want to, like, put myself in that at all.
Me neither. But
oh, did you like the dates that the Bombshells and okay, who was it? Elandria, Hannah and Jeremiah.
Oh, well, we didn't talk about Hannah and how she was a whore.
Oh my god, bro. Hannah made me so mad. Like, that night Pepe was there. Was it the second night? Or is that the same night?
It was the second night. They went for a chat. Then she took him to the speakeasy. She used the same line she used on my boy Charlie about being like, oh, I wish we could recreate that. Then she over here, boom, boom, boom. Oh my god. I felt like Sierra when she was like, oh, I forgot. But booty bouncing up in the air. I'm like, girl.
Nah, I was like, this is insane. And then for me to find out she usually makes out with Charlie in there. Yes. I was like, that's crazy.
And the way makeup spot. Oh, and I didn't like how Pepe, like when Charlie was doing his little avocado thing, Pepe was like, oh, I'm gonna need you to leave out of here, man. And he said, for what? He's like, I'm about to talk to your girl. And he was like, I'm not leaving. You guys could find somewhere else.
Wait, what was I don't remember.
Girl. When before they went to the speakeasy, he was telling Charlie to leave the kitchen, and Charlie said, I'm not gonna leave.
That's weird.
Yes. I think you were on my live when that happened. Because I was like, what? Why he say that to my man? Like, and then everybody on TikTok was saying, they're so glad that Charlie put his foot down. Like, what do you mean? You telling me to leave to talk to my girl and I'm gonna leave? You leave. Like,
that's so weird.
He made me so mad with that. So that one already a red flag. Then the way my little Charlie was crashing out, like, I felt so bad. And then I really did like Austin for like coming to comfort him. Austin. And
that was his best friend.
Yeah, that was his best friend. So then the Lumberjack challenge happened. Basically, everybody made up with Alondria, and Jeremiah surprised us.
Oh my god, yeah, Jeremiah kissed somebody. Oh, but that's another reason Huda crashed out later on.
Yeah,
because she was like, "Oh, I'm surprised that he kissed anybody," and she's like, "Oh, they're really kissing in there." Like, she expected him not to,
and she kept saying, "I didn't even want to see. I didn't want to see." But girl, you were in the bushes. No, for real, you were in the bushes. She went
out of her way to see. She said, "Open the door."
Yeah, and so like after they had the conversation, I thought she was gonna crash out on Alondria, but thank God she knew better. But then she did like tell Jeremiah like, oh, like, like I just didn't think you guys were gonna kiss like that. He was like, yeah, like I wanted to show everyone, like,
you could tell though.
His energy was like
heightened. But yeah, because he was like, bro, like I feel like he was already at that point at his wits end with her.
Yeah,
like he definitely wanted to show people his personality, and maybe he felt that people really weren't seeing it. And that's true, because I'm not gonna lie, maybe I'm being dramatic, maybe nobody else has seen this. Bro, from the first episode compared to the other episodes, the light in his eyes died. Yeah. When he was in those... I'm not even joking.
No, it did.
I was looking at him in those confessionals. He had bags under his eyes. And I was like, why does this man look so tired? Because he's waking up next to her.
No, and that man, like... when he went in for the Alondria kiss,
he was hungry, bro. He said, he was hungry for that.
Yeah.
He said, tell them about me.
Yeah.
Once you leave out of here, tell them about me.
Open the door. And then, like, Huda made me mad because she was like, oh, Sierra and Taylor didn't kiss. Like, you didn't have to kiss her. Like, he said, I wanted to.
Yeah. He's like, I wanted to. It's a challenge. Yeah, I wanted to. So what?
Yeah.
He was very, very, like... And I don't blame him. I don't think he did anything wrong.
No, me neither.
He was obviously... He kept his cool with that girl a lot, I think.
No, and even when she called him out of his name, that man never said nothing bad to her.
Mm-hmm.
You think a man from the ghetto is gonna...
He's not from the ghetto.
No, I know. I'm saying... Sorry, I was gonna say from where we are. But, okay. Like, you think a man, from wherever we're from, we call them a B word to their face. You think they're gonna respond to it with silence?
I know a man that would slap me.
My father.
Sorry, you have me almost exploded. That was funny.
Oh, thank you.
No, I don't know this man anymore. But I'm letting you know right now, if I ever called him a B word to his face. Yeah. And I'm not saying that's right. I mean, obviously, no,
I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, with reason.
No, but like I don't believe it's right to hit somebody over that. No, but I'm saying like,
yeah, I don't believe it's right either. But I'm not gonna lie. If that's like, okay, no, it's gonna sound like I think it's right. But imagine if that was my son. If I was seeing my son get treated like that, I wouldn't be mad if he started going off on that girl.
But I think we have to understand too, if a girl was doing, if she talked that to another girl, it would be fighting.
Yeah,
they'd be fighting.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want people to be like, oh, it's the bare minimum. They'll be like, it's the bare minimum for him to not to react.
It's not the bare minimum.
No. Don't fault people for having emotions. It doesn't fucking matter if you're a woman. If there's a man, you don't talk to people that way.
Yeah.
Like when you talk to people that way, you're setting yourself up to be treated like for them
respect,
to
treat people how you want to be treated.
To react
in that way.
I don't know. To reciprocate, that's what I was trying to say. To reciprocate the same behavior that you're giving to them.
Yeah.
I think people are being way too harsh on Jeremiah. Generally, I'm not saying he's without fault.
Yeah.
Like, but he's not. I feel like they're trying to make it like 50-50, and I don't believe it's 50-50.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
The bulk of it, I feel like, falls on Huda. I don't like how they're trying to make it this girl he doesn't know. Really, they're trying to put her reactions, the way she reacts, on him. They're trying to blame him for the way she reacted by saying, "Oh, he did this, so that's why he set her up for that." No, she set herself up.
And what's also making me mad is that they keep saying like, "Oh, this is why men always have the reason because everybody's it's saying Huda's the problem when it's his fault. Like, there's no girls, like." Men always will have the superior, and I'm like, girl, what?
I know that we say we support women's rights and wrongs, but I didn't think we believed that in real life. Do you know what I mean? I thought we said that to be funny and to be cute.
Yeah,
I didn't think that we really supported.
We could support little wrongs,
like
Amaya's crash out. Some do, some don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you support the crash out itself, just not the multiple ones.
Yeah.
I support the multiple ones, and I see people in the comments saying she didn't do
I was gonna
enough.
tell you. I was like, damn, not me on the wrong side of history this year.
No, and I was on the wrong side last year. But yeah, like I feel like that's normal. But we shouldn't support borderline
of mental abuse and emotional abuse.
Yeah, emotional verbal abuse.
Yeah, it's verbal abuse. Yeah. She called him. She ripped him apart with those words.
Yeah.
Cursing at him, B-word, pussy, this.
Pussy.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I guess let's get there. Like, what part are we on? Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah, so she came back and she was like, oh, why did you do that? Anything? And he said it wasn't weird.
Yeah.
Right? Then the recoupling. And now, this is where things get juicy, y'all.
This is, yeah.
So,
no, we don't want to do that.
This recoupling was full of drama and tears because they had to decide who was going home.
Yeah.
And the America had to decide who to vote who to couple up with. And you know America messy as hell. So they coupled up Jeremiah with Iris and broke apart Huda and Jeremiah. Mm-hmm. So Hannah got with Pepe and Alondria got with Jalen. So obviously she went down. They chose Charlie to go home.
Can I say, mm-hmm. The only one that made a case, you're gonna send him home.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something we don't see because now Taylor and Alondria are good. But in my opinion, Taylor should have went home. This whole time, this man's like, I'm not feeling it. I don't have a physical connection. When she got all that ass, get out of my face. As a man, as a real straight 100% man, that girl with that sweet little personality, you know, beautiful face. You think I'm not gonna have no physical connection? Gorgeous. Girl, it could just be that. And I'm boom. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Automatically. He must be gay. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I saw that TikTok about the Mexican lady, Colombian lady, and the mom of a girl, and they were watching Love Island together, and the mom goes like, "Son sus nalgas." Bro, that video has me crying when she was getting a massage by Jalen, because truly, you have to be in shock when you see that thing.
Yeah. I wasn't shocked. My mouth was gaping. I said, that thing is sitting up like a skyscraper.
Yeah.
I've never seen something go like a mountain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, like for you to be laying down and that thing stacked up like that was crazy.
That's crazy. It doesn't go to the sides.
No,
it's just stacked.
It's just stacked up,
like
bro.
when I'm laying down, a little goes to the side, a little stacked, but a little to the sides. You know?
Yeah.
Hers all
the way
stacked.
up. Her
Empire State of Mind.
Oh my God, it's building, bro. Empire State Building, bro.
Like that was crazy.
New York. That's what it was.
I was gonna say something nasty.
No, that was horrible. I'm so sorry.
No, that was good. That was good. I was gonna say that's her farts coming out of her.
What does that even mean?
Because it's the Empire State. New York. You see that? Okay, we lost the plot. I'm sorry.
We lost the plot. Yeah, but I'm sorry, Alondra.
We sexualized.
No, for real. But
it's because we want to be you. But like,
okay. Oh yeah.
So then Charlie got sent home, even though he pleaded his case. And then at this point, like, I'm not gonna lie, I forgave Hannah because yes, she kissed Pepe again, that horror. But then she had the conversation with Charlie, like basically saying like, no, like I actually realized like he's not the one, like it's you.
And I guess like we can't even be mad at her. Like, she didn't know this was coming up, you know, and she was like, oh, this is what I'm here for anyways, is to like explore and play the game.
Like she's right. And she also said in the confessional, and it really resonated with me because back in my single years, that's who I used to be. Mm-hmm. Like she was like if I'm in the villa filled with hot guys, I'm a kiss all the hot guys that I can. I like to kiss. And I was like, girl, now to think about it, if I was in a villa full with hot guys, who am I to say no? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if Pepe walked in the villa, boom, kiss. Carrington, boom, kiss. Miguel, ooh, sat on it. It's like, no. You're crazy. I'm just kidding. That was a good bit. That was good. That. Bro, if you're my boyfriend watching this, I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, no. Like,
he never watched. Him watching this one episode.
But yeah, like I get it. Like, you know, she's just a girl at the end of the day.
Yeah, and it's not her fault.
Yeah, and I really did forgive her after this because I really think and thought that after that she was gonna be good with him.
I also believed it too.
Yeah.
So I was really sad for her.
And the way she was crying.
Red, bro. Face red.
That little time when she had the picture and she was crying. The picture, yeah. But then she killed me because the next day,
same night
she made me mad because
no, honey, the same night she was cuddling with.
She was.
I think they were kissing.
She said, "Body ain't even cold yet."
Oh my God, like, that would killed me,
funny,
bro.
Though. I can't lie, she's such a funny girl.
So this is the first time where I have my note starts at this what's it called, right? And I said, I think it's. Oh my God, wait! Before we start even bringing that up, Amaya killed me.
Oh my God, how did we not talk about her,
bro? The way Ace was looking at Amaya because
Asa,
she was losing it. We don't want to do that. No, we don't want to do that. Bro, that's gonna be the sound of the year, bro.
And what was killing me was she started crying when Huda and Jeremiah got broken up. Like, that's when she started tearing up.
Oh my God, we didn't even talk about... So, earlier in that day, Charlie was losing his mind. Because it said Charlie was crashing out. And he tried to get with Amaya, saying, oh, we had a connection. And Amaya started crying, saying no. And I felt really bad for her because she was really crying because, like, she was like, dang, like, you were only using me to get, like, like back at it.
But I also, like, I got that point, but I also thought she was crying because she was just like, damn, like, in this villa, I've just gone done dirty. Like, Ace hates me. Charlie's just, I guess, yeah, you're right, using me. But I also, like, it made me realize, like, she's such a sweet girl. Because, like, if you're in there for the money, you know how to play the game. All you need is a couple to survive, you know? Like, if you're ever single and vulnerable, you're out of there. She was single at this point. I mean, Ace hated this woman. The recoupling that night, if it went any other way, you know, if they had to choose, Amaya would have been out. So I'm like, at that point, she became my queen, my girl. Like, I love her so much because I was like, she's so genuine that she's not going to do her friend dirty. But then, I don't know, she did her friend dirty.
That's what I'm saying. She did that. And then Hannah had a conversation with her literally prior to the coupling, saying that she wants to be with him and everything.
Yeah.
And she's going to tell him that. And after that, she went and told him that. So I didn't understand why she chose him.
Yeah, I didn't understand either. But then also, like, Hannah didn't get mad at her.
Yeah, Hannah didn't get mad at
Hannah,
her.
the chronically online queen, bro.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, and I was mad at Hannah for a while. I was calling her, but she's living life. Like, you're right. You know this man for 4 days. Another hot man walks in, and now the bombshell's gonna walk in, and Hannah already was like, she about to be.
She ready, bro.
Bro, if it's Carrington's actually over, that girl's gonna.
She gonna do a black flip onto that dude.
And I'm happy for her. But yeah, like, now they went on the dates.
Well, no, we didn't finish the recoupling. So that night or whatever, I think it's so weird that I was like, why is Nick and Ace so passionate about Huda and Jeremiah? Like, I was like, I know why we are, but what the heck are they so mad about that they coupled up so quick? They're like, you guys coupled up quick. Like, you never opened up yourself up for anything. Da da da. And I was like, why are they so?
I forgot
passionate?
About that.
I felt really bad for Jeremiah. They attacked him.
Yeah.
They legitimately attacked him, and I didn't think it was that serious. And then for them to also turn around and talk Austin, saying, "Now look what you've done. You're best."
I was like, why were you guys screaming at Austin? They were like, oh, now why would you vote for Taylor? And
now look at your best friend's gone.
Your best friend's gone. I was like, damn, like, it's not this man's
fault. They're strict over here.
No, literally. Like, and then I also think, like, I get it. You guys don't like Jeremiah and Huda, but who cares? If they genuinely did find, which I think they genuinely did find a connection. If they weren't toxic, they would have been, like, forever together, I think. Truly. Mm-hmm. But what is that issue with you? Who cares? And then they're like, if you already found love, then leave the island. I just don't agree with that. Do you agree with that?
I think they just don't believe it. They don't believe that.
But that's the thing that's pissing me off.
Like, who are they for them to believe
Ace
it?
kept saying, "You're scamming, bro.
And I know
you're scamming. You're lying." And I'm like, I genuinely think if anyone is not lying, it's them. Why would Huda purposely portray herself as a toxic, crazy lady? Why? Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't think. And then why would Jeremiah portray himself as someone who he lets walk over? And that man, God, man.
No, he went through
something.
He went through something.
I really don't think they were scamming it at all. I think they genuinely did like each other, and then they both have toxic paths. Mm-hmm. I can't say that word, but like, Ace was just making me mad because you don't know them. You don't know them at all. Like, who cares? I think they were just.
That's what I'm saying. They were way too passionate. I generally didn't understand what they were so passionate about. Like, now I could understand. If they were being toxic before, but they were not as toxic as what happens now. Like after, So it wasn't like super duper draining. I don't think before, for everybody else. So I really don't understand why they were so angry.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Nick. I know Nick used to say some stuff, but I didn't even know he felt as hard as Ace. Like,
and then Austin, when he was talking to Jeremiah, being like, there does Ace followers.
Yeah, I literally had the right nuts there. I said, not Austin reading Ace saying he's their ringleader.
And he's right though.
He's right.
Yeah.
He's like, they're just little Ace followers.
Yeah, they are. Dates.
Sorry, I also had something else too. I said, I saw Hannah like trying to make Pippa feel better. It's like saying like, oh, like, it's okay. Like, I'm sorry. I don't want you to think that. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, and I was like, I don't think that's weird because obviously, like, if somebody got coupled up with me and she burst out crying, I'd be like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, damn. Like,
no, he felt very awkward.
Yeah.
When she was crying, he was like, because like obviously it feels sucky. Like, damn, I'm the reason he's leaving, and
and you're like suffocating right now.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, I think it was too early, but I was saying like, if I'm crying like that, I'm leaving home with him. Yeah. Like, but I think she was just like, it was too early, and you could cry, and like, and I kept feeling bad because during the whole time before the recoupling, she kept saying, no, we're gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Oh, I really think they were gonna be okay.
And he did tell her like, oh, like, if you don't find somebody here, like, when you come out, like, I'll come to you. He didn't even say look for me. He said I'll come to you.
Yeah. Hopefully they bring him as a bombshell for Casa Amor. I mean, not a bombshell. I hope they bring him for Casa Amor.
Oh, that would be nice.
They've done that before.
They have?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, ooh, maybe.
So The dates that now I don't have much to say on the dates. They were cute. Jalen and Alondra are getting like.
Yeah, we already talked about the booty. Yeah, I have nothing until after the dates.
So yeah, my first thing was when Huda was telling Huda was talking to Ace, and she was like, "Oh, I'm like you don't know this, but I'm a mother." Yeah, and he was like, and I was like, she was waiting for him to say, "Wow."
It was hella silence, and they said, "Mm-hmm."
Like, and my mother was a single mother too.
Yeah, and I was seeing people on TikTok saying, "Thank God he reminded Huda that those exist." Like, no, this girl's acting like I saw TikToks and they were like, "Oh, she's acting like she's 17 as a mom," which isn't bad, you know. But maybe it's more of a shocker. But girl, you're 25. What else?
24.
24. Like, your baby's almost 5 or 6. I don't know how old this lady is.
Yeah, she said, I got a newborn back home and I left. That's what she was acting like. I feel like that would be more shocking. Like, if you just had a newborn and you left to go on Love Island. But
it's still, like, who's going to react like, oh, and people were saying, like, bro, she always wanted a reaction. And the only person that gave it was Austin. And she wasn't even the one that said it to him. Yeah. Sorry. That's me.
But yeah, I thought that was so funny. Yeah. And that's all I had on that conversation. My next thing I said, wait, did you have anything on that conversation?
No.
My next thing was like, why is Huda going crazy at Jeremiah? I get he should have comforted her, but why is she saying he's lying and stuff? I was so confused as to why she immediately went. Like, I know why. It's because the girls kept on telling her, oh, like, America's seeing something you don't, da-da-da, this and that. Like, they really fed into her delusions.
I think that was the problem. Because at first she was like, does America hate me? Yeah. She was actually thinking the correct thing, which unfortunately America was hating her at this point, right? And then they were like, Alondra was like, no, like, they're probably just seeing, they're blessing you in a disguise. Like, they're probably seeing something you're not seeing. And then this girl goes AWOL. She's like, he's a liar. She's showering. While he was out there waiting. And then he was like, and then he went to sleep.
Yeah, because he didn't talk to her that night. Well, like, he went through his own like stuff. Like, after like this happened, the girls were talking to Huda, but the boys were coming at him and everything. Yeah, and that's already draining.
But I'm not gonna lie though. I do see where she was coming from. I think she just executed it poorly.
I do think he should have comforted her. Like, but
not even, like, I don't even think he had to comfort her. I think he just had to be like, hey, like, how are you? Oh my God, I can't believe you almost left the villa. I'm so happy you're here.
But the thing is that based on the reason is that she set that up. She made it so that he didn't feel comfortable to do that when he's going through his own. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, he's already going through his own emotional thinking. He just got like jumped up by his friends. He felt like he lost his friends.
Yeah, that's what hurt him the most too. Because he was like. Yeah, she was leaving, but you guys all, like, I lost all of you.
Yeah, then you feel like you know everyone's turning against you, yelling at you, like they were going down his throat over like what, and then like he didn't want to talk to Huda because he knows Huda's strong with her emotions, and he already is feeling his own emotions. He couldn't take on her emotions. He literally told Iris, I had nothing left to give.
And I think also he might have even talked to her, but then he heard her going off at him on the shower, so I would have gone to bed too.
He said I was going to talk to her tomorrow. He told Iris, yeah, I'm going to talk to her tomorrow. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he said, I'm never talking to that bitch again. Yeah. That's the way she was acting. And
never
she's like,
even called her out the name.
Never.
And then this girl woke up in the middle of the sleep, crying. And then, on to the dates. Yeah. And then it's date time, and they all leave. And then she wakes up Taylor. And Taylor's like, the fuck am I going to do? Like, you know, like, that girl's actually sick. Okay. 10 minutes for 1 hour, so.
Oh my God, yeah, she's sick.
The dates, nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy, but they come back from the dates.
Hannah said, "Hello, New York." Sorry, I had to say it.
But and as soon as and Huda's been going around like just talking to everybody the whole entire day, like about it, like crying, whatever. As soon as they come back, everyone goes to say hi to them. She puts on her sunglasses. She takes off her pants, and then she goes to sit down and pretending to be like sitting there all day chilling.
Which made me so mad because then at this point, Maya's like, "Come on, girl, like don't be unbothered." And she's like, "I am unbothered." I'm like, "Girl."
And then they went to sat down to talk about the dates, and the girls are talking about the dates or whatever, and she's like barely trying to listen because the Jeremiah's over there talking about his date too. Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, I have to go pee." So she goes up and I thought it was so weird that she was over there listening to them. I was like, bro. At first I thought, I was like, does she really have to pee? I don't know why I even believed it for 1 second. But
I did.
Yeah?
I didn't think that's what she was doing that for.
I was like, bro, I felt like I get she was going through her own thing too, but I was like, bro, can you like not put yourself aside to just listen to your friends for a second? Like, instead of making them feel, they shouldn't feel
like now they couldn't even talk about their dates. Yeah, they had to like be like, what the F is she? But I think they kept talking about it while they were gone, because they didn't even know what she was really doing.
Yeah, she sat down the stairs listening to what he was saying, right? And then she goes back to the girls, and then she said something to him. She's like, oh yeah, like we're done or something. Like,
no, she said, you're a
yeah. When she passed by him, no, she said it when she got across from him. She said, you're
oh, really?
Yeah, she said something like, oh, it's fine or whatever, and they're like, oh my gosh, she was there, she was listening. Yeah. And then she gets up, she's crossing, she's like, he was over there talking, saying he's choosing the safe route. When did he say that? When did he say that? She's like, he's choosing the safe route. He's going with Iris to play the game. He said he's only playing the game. Da, 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 da.
He told me he didn't even want to sleep in the bed with her. Oh, but then now he's telling Nick, and Nick, da da da.
They had a great day. He didn't even think about me.
And then that's when they were like, calm down, blah blah blah, trying to calm her down.
And she's over here like, crying, no, going crazy.
You're a bitch. Yeah, and then she's like, no. Oh, and then Pepe at this point is like, oh, Iris, like, someone says, should we go down? Pepe says, should we go down? And Jalen's like, hell no.
Like, and then Iris is like, nah, like, no.
Like, she's like, I feel so uncomfortable. And obviously, who wouldn't, you know?
Yeah.
And then at this point, Huda's like, I'm going to pull her for a chat. And they're like, no. Like, the girls are trying to tell her no, but she's like, already walking.
And then she goes up. She just has so much authority. She goes up. She's like, hey, Iris, let's talk. And then she's like, actually, no, let's stop. Let's stay here.
Boys, can you leave?
Yeah, boys, can you leave? And they're like, yeah, so we can speak privately or whatever. And then the boys, Pepe was like, oh, should we like
stay nearby? Yeah, that was cute.
And then they went down there, and then they got the other girls, because obviously they were scared to leave
Huda alone.
Leave Huda alone. For a reason. She was already very, very emotional, and the way she went up there was already very aggressive, you know. And then she's sitting there talking to Iris, saying, like, did he talk about me on the date? What was the date? Because he's sitting down there doing this and that.
Yeah, and then Iris says the date was sitting on the beach, and she's like, oh, perfect.
He knows it's my dream date.
That's my dream date. He knows it, girl. Like,
sitting on the beach talking, bro. Like,
girl, you act like you don't know that production
planned the date.
Like,
she acted like Jeremiah went back there and said, hey, I got a crazy idea for you.
Let's sit on the beach.
Get me to the beach. That's all I need. Get me to the beach. Like, bro.
That part got me so mad.
And I felt really bad for Iris. And she was over here. And then the girls came up there and they were talking. They sat there and just watched her talking. She was just crying and stuff, saying, like, I can't believe this. Like, he's such a bitch. Like, he's a liar.
They're like, yeah, we know, sweetie. We know. And I'm like, you know what?
Like, literally. I feel so bad for Jeremiah, like, in this situation. And then the next time, like, they go back to bed or whatever, she gets mad that he's sleeping in the bed with her.
Again.
That's what made me so angry. I was like, where does she want him to sleep? I'm like, bro, she wants him to like suffer for her so she could feel comfortable. She wants him to leave the bed and go sleep on the ground. He's
literally not even touching the lady.
They're literally sleeping on opposite sides of the bed. They're not cuddling. They're not doing anything. I was like, bro, this girl's insane. Oh my God. Yeah, sorry. Huda was also making me mad because she kept saying that all she has done this entire time was put Jeremiah first. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I was very confused because I don't know what she was talking about. She's like, Jeremiah is so selfish. Everything's always about him. Everything's always about him. And as we've seen from these episodes, everything's always about Huda.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's talking about. I knew nothing about Jeremiah until he was talking to Iris.
Yeah.
When he said he was a competitive Uno player, I was like, oh, shoot. Yeah. That's my type of guy. I love Uno. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I didn't know anything about him. She's so draining. She, like, everything's about how they're going to live together. Like, how she's going to, it's all about her secret. Oh, about my baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything's literally about her and her damn drama.
Yeah.
The drama she curated. I also thought Austin was very hot that episode. And I felt really bad for Jeremiah because I don't remember what point this was, but he was hugging Jalen. Like, it was a point they were, and he was so adorable. He put his head, I've never seen a man do that. Like, but he put his head on his shoulder, like,
oh.
and Jaden was just rubbing his back.
Jeremiah's such an adorable man. I said that since the beginning.
He's been hugging a lot of people like that lately, and I've been like, oh my god, that's such a cute thing.
Yeah,
I thought it was so cute.
I think that's the problem, that he's such a nice, adorable man.
And I've been seeing his TikToks, and I sent it to you. He's a book guy. You saw him reading the books, and he's so happy and like everything. I was like, wow. He seems like such a really nice guy. I feel like we really haven't seen that. And that's why I really hate that people are trying to make it a him thing. Like, bro, God forbid a guy likes a girl and he wants to give her some attention and get to know her. God forbid. Now she want to, I think that's reason for her to lose her damn mind.
It's not.
It's really not.
If he would have done that to us, we wouldn't have reacted that way because we know how Love Island is. Like, I don't know, like, I just think that wasn't the show for her. And either way, you could be 3 years down the line. But if you're in a show, like, I don't know, 3 years down the line, if you're married or dating, I get it if a guy kisses another girl. But you're in a show where it's like, you're not even a couple. How are you reacting like that? You know, like, I don't understand. But, yeah. So then, basically, they go to sleep, blah, blah, blah. They wake up. I don't remember what they do in the morning, but it's time for the recoupling, so they dress all pretty and stuff.
Oh, sure. I did have some stuff. This is the next episode, right?
Yeah, this is the last one.
I was like, Hannah hasn't thought about Charlie once since he left.
That's true.
I was like, oh, I'm not saying the girl should be in mourning, but dang, girl, that kiss was, because they did another kiss, Pippin.
Yeah, they did.
And I was like, that kiss was mad sexual. Yeah. It was like, oh my god.
You know, she a crazy girl.
And I thought Taylor and Alandria were growing on me.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, maybe he does like her for real. Like, they looked really cute.
When they kissed.
Came back from the date and everything. She jumped up on him and everything. And then I said, Jeremiah, I cannot defend you. The not my type is crazy. It's because Huda and Jeremiah were sitting in the speakeasy and they were having a chat. Yeah. That was one of the chats that they had there. They were there for like mad long apparently. And that's when he kept trying to tell her, like, he was apologizing to her for not comforting her and trying to tell her, like, I just really didn't have it in me to come, like, comfort you. Like, I really was drained. Like, this, like, really impacted me, too. And she was like, no, like, you're so selfish. You're da-da-da-da. And then that's when he said that Iris isn't his type. Because I guess he was trying to make her feel better. But he was like, Iris isn't my type. And I was like, people are way too stuck on their type. She's beautiful. Like, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Like, just because she's not your type, she's not ugly. Get over yourself.
But I think... Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I feel like it's not crazy to say that. Like, yeah, a guy could be attractive, but if he's not my type, then it's something like I think he was just telling her, like, it's not like I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy, like, this is my type to the T. Like he's not even really my type. Like,
I just think that, like, does it matter about your type? Like, you're there to find something. Like, some people will never find the person that's actually for them because they're still stuck. Oh my god, this person is not my type. And that's why they're stuck in unhappy relationships, because you want to keep dating your damn type. All your type has done has left you with tears and heartbreak. And you literally sliding down the wall, crying, asking God, why the heck is this happening to you? Because you can't get over your type.
I think that's true, but also it's also I'm gonna settle, like.
But it's not settling. What's settling about being with another person who's beautiful but and has everything that you want, but they don't look like what you want physically, so you would rather go suffer with what looks like physically? That means you're a shallow person.
I feel like it's just based on what each person wants. Like, if for him...
But that means you focus more on looks and you focus about the quality and the integrity of the person.
So you're saying he can't find a person that's his type and has a good personality?
He probably can. But I'm saying, if you're not finding that and there's another person, like, why are you closing yourself off to other people solely because they don't fit what you think you need to have?
Yeah, but I don't think he closed himself off. I'm thinking he just telling Huda she's not my type. Like, she's not normally my type. That's a normal thing. Like, there's a lot of boys that I think are cute, but they're not normally my type.
I just thought that the way he said it, like, when he was like, he's not my type, it's like, she's not even my type. Like, I'm not even gonna support her at all. That's the vibe I got from him. That's why I was like, I can't defend him. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're not gonna support her at all just because she's not your type? That's why I was like, would he rather stay with Huda? Like,
I think at this point, he would have.
A girl who's like literally draining you, like cursing you out, calling you out your name, and doing all this stuff just because she's your type physically.
Yeah, I think
not even like
at this point he would have, because he still was like, he was patient with her, and if it was after this conversation that he was like, no, it was after the second one.
But that's why I was like I can't defend him, because there's no way you're still trying to like be with her just because you think she's physically attractive and she fits your type. That's why I'm like, then you're just shallow, and then maybe you deserve it. Because if you could stay, you would choose to stay there just because you are physically attracted to her.
But I also think it was just he liked her.
No, I understand she liked her, but that's what I was saying. Like, the my type thing is what made me feel. I was like, wait, is he only staying with her because she's his type?
Oh, like you're saying he should have been like she's not you, or like.
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying like my thought, like that one train of thought that I had when I had it. Like that's all I thought. I was like, what is this only solely? This whole entire thing is because he's physically attracted to her. Like that's what the thought I had. But that, it wasn't like anything like.
Okay.
Yeah. And Huda killed me because she was like, you broke my heart. And I was like, Huda, he broke your heart? LMAO. Like, bro, it's been 2 weeks.
It has been.
And what did he do? He didn't do anything.
That man just slept on the bed with somebody that America recoupled him with.
And sorry, this is not even, I said, why did they record that girl in her panties? I was like, I don't know who it was, but dang, they were getting ready for bed, and there was a girl in white lacy panties in the back. I said, why they record her? Why they put this on TV?
But she was an islander?
Yeah, she was an islander.
Oh my god, I don't know who it was.
I think it might have been Amaya because it looked like her skin. Like, yeah, Amaya or Sierra, but I think that was so funny.
That's silly.
All right, so I had some crazy stuff in here. I'll just tell you later because it's not important. Okay, so now Huda and Jeremiah are talking, and I thought it was funny that she was acting so nonchalant. Like the morning, like way before they started talking, he was like trying to, after the pancakes that Taylor made, Huda, she was working out. He came to talk to her and everything. She's like,
she said later.
Hey, yeah, like no, it's like she was talking so airy, and everybody was sitting around watching them, like, what's going on?
Oh, this part made me a little mad with the girls
because they were just sitting
because they were talking about her, and then she goes like, which I agree, she was weird for like posing and stuff, but Shelly was like, why is she doing that? And then she was like, she thinks we're looking at her but we're not. And I'm like,
Sierra said, why is she looking at us?
And then Shelly said, oh, she thinks we're looking at her but we're not.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you guys are looking at her, or else you would have seen her. Like, you guys were literally just talking about her, and are looking at her.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was weird. I didn't understand. Like, I didn't understand why they all sat around just talking about her and like looking at her. I was like, bro, if you guys are feeling some type of way, talk to her about it. Like, you guys, that made me mad. I was like, that's not cool. Like, I know she's
straight up bullying at this point.
Yeah, like, I was like, I know she's been doing some crazy stuff, but like, if you guys feel a way about it, talk to her personally instead of just sitting around like looking at she's
my crazy thing is like, you're laughing about it. Like, you're like, like you guys are laughing like, oh my god, this is crazy. Hurricane Huda. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Once she got if I was her and I get out and I hear them saying, oh, Hurricane Huda, I would have been like, why didn't you say nothing to my face though?
Yeah, like, I'm so confused, like, why they couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
So then they also saw when Jeremiah and Huda were talking, like when they actually sat down to talk, and I was like, Jeremiah was speaking facts. I thought Huda was going to say sorry, but instead she said, I'm hurt. I said,
yeah.
I was like, that's great. She never once said sorry to Jeremiah for
and
how she
I thought they were
him.
going to get back together. Her feet were on his, like they were fine, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what triggered her.
What triggered her was because he said, she was like, you need to do everything to get me back, and he was like, what? Like, no, like,
and also because he said, I think we started off too fast. Like, let's try to be friends. And she was like, but we already did everything. How am I gonna try to like be friends? And Iris also was like, oh no, that he's crazy, because at this point
were wrapped around each other.
She was like probably like, oh my god, like I'm not gonna even try anymore. He wants this. But then Huda,
she said, you guys go be crazy together. I was like, she's so funny for that, so real.
And then Huda started.
That's when Huda was mad that she's like, you slept in the bed with him and everything. Like, you slept in the bed with her. Like, you could have left. You could have done this. You could have done that. And he's like,
but you still didn't. I gave you so many chances to change, but you still didn't.
And I said, damn, she's crashing out again. Everyone's scared. Like, she really crashed out at him again, and she got up, and then she was gonna leave. Then she came back to start yelling at him again even more.
And he's like,
And that's when he was really done with her.
Yeah,
because he tried.
He tried. And he had a civil. He really slept on it. I think what he was saying really made sense.
He took accountability. He's like, I feel like I love bombed you. Like we moved too quickly, and that's like my fault. He took blame for a lot of stuff that really wasn't his fault.
Yeah, and then after that, I think he really realized maybe she's crazy. Like maybe like this isn't working for me. Then the recoupling happened. I don't know if you have anything before the recouple. Mine is when they were walking down the stairs.
I just thought it was like everyone was so tired of everything that happened. Like you could see that they were drained. Like after Huda had that fight, she went to go talk to them. They were sitting there. Everybody got up except Taylor and I think somebody else. I don't remember who.
Pepe.
Was Pepe? Literally every single person got up and left, and they went to go play somewhere else, and they were talking about it on the other side because nobody else wanted to hear it. They're like, this is not.
Oh, and when she was talking about it, Taylor and Nick were making eyes like.
Yeah.
But I was still
and then Nick
it's crazy.
Eventually got somebody said that somebody who worked on the production said apparently they were playing ping pong and they just cut it together to make it seem like that. But Nick had gotten up and he went to go play ping pong. It was Taylor sitting with her and somebody else, and they were talking, but everybody else left. Like as soon as she came down, she literally broke up like the party.
I would have felt crazy. Like I would have peeped that, but I don't think she did.
I don't think she did either.
She's too focused on herself.
On herself, yeah. I think it was also when they were getting ready for the recoupling. Alondra was so funny when she said, like, so if you accept this, like, where does it end? Like, do you accept everything?
Yeah.
And then Huda was like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I'll talk about it later. I was like, what the heck? You were sitting there literally dumping. And as soon as somebody asks you a real question, now you don't want, now you can't talk. Now you don't want. Every time they asked her a real question, she said no, like she doesn't want to talk about it anymore.
I also like how Sierra at this point was like, yeah, the calling out of name has to stop.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, girl, you can't be calling a man a B word all the time.
Mm-hmm. And this is when they go down there to go eat or whatever, and then Jeremiah pulls the chair for Iris, and Huda gets up and starts crying. And I was like, bro, will this girl ever let them have a good night?
And that's when Hannah followed her, and she was like I can't even take it, like it's hurting me, like he sleeps on the bed with her and then he can't even look at me. And I'm like, girl, you're standing in front of him. Like, what do you want him to do? Yeah. You literally just told him, I'm done with you. That was after she called him a B word in front of everybody. He said, I'm done. We're not going to do. And then you're crying because they're not paying attention to you.
And it's so crazy because this is when I realized, like, this is a bigger issue. Because even the Islanders were like, it's 2 weeks. When she left, they're just like, oh my God, what is it now? They're like, it's been 2 weeks. This is like crazy. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, clock it. Like, this is going on, like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, her reaction does not reach it's not proportionate.
Not even Breon and Shantae. Not Shantae didn't even act like this. This is how she should have been acting. She was giving nothing and Huda's giving too much.
Sorry, I just thought it was funny that Amaya was like, she was born in the U.S. I didn't know that.
Because of her accent?
Yeah, because of her accent.
She's so cute. But
maybe she was an ESL.
Honestly, I think her accent is, she got a lisp.
Oh, she got a lisp?
Yeah, I don't think she got, because she doesn't speak Spanish well either.
Really?
Yeah, for when Pepe walked in, she was like I speak Spanish, and then one of the confessionals, she was like, I'd go like something like, oh, I like it, like, ay Dios mío, or something. But everybody was like talking about her Spanish, but maybe she was just nervous, but it wasn't like a perfect fluent Spanish. Amaya Papaya, she's so cute.
And I thought her and Austin were cute.
Yes, I was happy for them.
I was happy for them too. Oh, and I thought that, I was like, damn, Ariana looked good as hell when she walked in. And I was like, Austin thinking that he has a shot kills me. He Austin ran to help her. Every time
helps her. He always is like, oh, can I recouple with you? He said, and like when he put the little butt out so she could smack it. I was gonna say that, I forgot, but I love their little relationship.
He's so funny,
or the one on his version, because in his
the one-sided relationship. And I thought that I would just, obviously Jalen got sent home. And this is unrelated. I was just like, Pepe got lucky that Charlie got sent home, because he would have been in the same situation as Jalen.
Yeah.
So yeah, so obviously everybody got chose who we thought they were gonna choose, except Jeremiah. Ace chose Iris. I mean,
what? Ace chose Shelly.
Ace chose
Good
Shelly.
for them. Happy for them. Yeah. I love how Amaya was so happy for Ace and Shelly. Like, oh gosh, she's such a queen. Jalen went home, blah blah blah. Okay, and then Jeremiah chose Iris, and then this is when Huda comes out and it's like crying, and then she's like, "Oh, but he didn't even he doesn't find her attractive."
I thought she was so wrong for her to come out that way. She was literally trying to embarrass Iris. Her saying that oh, he doesn't even find her, he told me she's not his type. He doesn't even find her attractive. He doesn't even want to sleep in the same bed as her.
That's crazy.
She was trying to make it seem like he sat in that speakeasy and called her the ugliest bitch he's ever seen in his life. That's the way she was trying to make it seem. Like she literally did that on purpose to embarrass her.
Disgusted
like he's been disgusted by her.
And then that's when Austin starts laughing.
And she's like, "Oh, like, you're just going with your safest option, having with your scapegoat." Yeah. She kept saying scapegoat.
Oh my god! And people were saying she don't even know the word. I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god. And Austin was so real for laughing.
Yeah. And then Jeremiah was like, talk your shit, like blah blah blah. Yeah. And then Austin was like, I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not. Like, girl, you're insane.
He's like, I'm so happy because the toxicity has just been like spinning the villa or whatever, so I'm happy you went with your safest option. Yeah. And I hope Iris didn't take it the wrong way, because when they were saying a safe option, they didn't mean her actually being
I think she did take it wrong, because she did say to Jeremiah, like, I just want you to know you weren't my safest option.
Yeah.
And then he was like, no, but he laughed.
Yeah.
Like, nervously.
Because like she was really trying to make their relationship start off on the wrong foot. Like, and this might be good for him to get out of his comfort zone of his type. And also,
but I'm not gonna lie, I don't think he likes. I think he really just left because he couldn't deal with it anymore. But I don't I think he has nice conversations with him, but I don't see, or maybe it's just because it's too soon.
I think it's too soon. Like, I generally believe he started liking Huda once he started talking to her, maybe, yeah. But he originally was solely based off lust, like, for all of them when they first couple up. Yeah. You know what I mean? We don't know anything about this man compared to how we know, like, how we see other people have conversations. Yeah, you know what I mean? We didn't know nothing about anything about him. The first thing we found out was when he was talking to Iris, because she doesn't ask him anything.
She's always talking. But yeah, that happened, guys. And then when they had to choose the votes, I'm not gonna lie, they all made me mad because they saved her. And when it was Ace and Shelly's turn, when I don't understand why Ace went there. People are saying because Jalen was Taylor's competition, which I guess. But when Huda went to like give Ace her hand for like saying thank you, Ace was like, hell no. And I was like, clock it. I'm not gonna lie, I did like that he did that, but I was confused, like, girl.
Yeah, that whole voting thing was crazy, and I didn't think Iris was gonna vote for Huda, but then I realized in the end, like, why she did, because by the time she was gonna vote, like, she already knew that Huda was there was no point of, like, only her going to him was just to show her support. You know what I mean? It would have done nothing for her in the house, and she would have been on the receiving end of Hurricane Huda, like, rage if she didn't. Like, she was trying to make her life easier and better. She did it for preservation reasons, which is sad.
But that was just crazy when Iris went to her and Huda was like, thank you. And Jeremiah was like, awkward.
Yeah. And it's crazy. She didn't even say sorry. She was like, oh, I feel so sorry for how I treated that girl. Like, you should feel sorry, because you literally said, you did it. This is the second time you've done this. You did it to Amaya. And then you're like, I don't usually act on emotion. Obviously, you're a liar. You always act on emotion. This is the second time. Obviously, we're witnessing a pattern. You don't know how to control your emotions.
And then she goes, oh, I love you. Thank you.
Like, but no, she was just calling the girl. She's saying she's not a girl's girl. She's sneaky. She moves sneaky.
Oh, I know. I have a feeling. My feelings are always right. When Amaya, I don't like that girl. She's and then B-word. buddy now, right? Mm-hmm. And then Iris, she's not a girl's girl. I just know it. You just know you're not a girl's girl. You just think all these feelings because you get insecure when a girl kisses your man. Like, the only time she thinks a person is not a girl's girl is when they go after him. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, they're bombshells.
They're bombing the shell. Oh, my God.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anything else on that?
No, I'm really excited to see tonight's episode.
Me too.
I need to know, bro.
I need to know who. Wait, what's? Oh my god, it's out.
Yeah, it's out. Like, I need to get home and I need to get onto my bed watching the show, bro. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna see who the Bombshells are.
Wait, don't tell me. Oh my god, you're not gonna be able to stop telling me.
It's Meg the Stallion.
Angelica, I just told you not to tell me.
No, it's not. Meg the Stallion, girl. You think that's gonna be the bombshell?
Oh, you're
Meg
joking?
the Stallion.
I was no, because people were saying that there's now a female, there's now a woman bombshell. It's just Meg the Stallion. So I thought that's.
Oh no, there is because in the
there's another preview.
Yeah, there's Meg the Stallion has a gray suit and the girl that walks in has a silver suit.
You saw Meg the Stallion already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, someone just texted me. Are you gonna go on live?
Aww.
My girls.
Did you tell them about our podcast?
Yeah, I did. Girl, you act like I didn't promote it every single time.
No, I mean the Love Island.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah. I have to post it actually today. But yeah, guys. That was today's episode.
Yeah. We'll just see you next time, guys.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying to see if it's Carrington. Oh, I don't think so. They said not them bringing in the most mid-white man and the most drop-dead gorgeous woman ever for the Bombshells.
Oh my god, come on, Angelica, I gotta go, girl.
Okay. No, but that girl's body was crazy.
No, from the way she was walking. I said no.
I said the itty bitty waist. No. The bitty around her where you get sprung. Okay, sorry guys. We're gonna see the episode. What episode 15 is this?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys next time. Make sure to catch up on all our Love Island videos. Yeah.
And don't forget to like,
comment,
subscribe, and we'll see you next time on
Two Random Girls. Bye.
It's okay, girl. Oh, damn, she can put that. She put that thing on me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for I was actually gonna kill you.
I know. I was like, bro, if this thing doesn't land. I was gonna talk to you. I was gonna be like, what's the chances you think it'll land? Yeah. She's not gonna laugh.
No. I was like, oh my god, that's gonna be funny to rewatch. Because I literally was looking at the camera and I was like, in my head I said, who told her that was a good idea?
Bro, it's funny. I'm literally was thinking, I was like, she ain't gonna laugh at that.
This is not her cup of tea.